Welcome to Peaking to Success, the podcast that delves deep into our guest success stories, the highs, the lows, the lessons learned, and if there's any exciting future plans lined up. Talking about future plans, Peaking into Success is proudly supported by Peak Wills and Estate Planning. We're here to support you with any future planning. Long gone are the times of solicitors in suits and ties and dark rooms and outdated practices. We are proud to offer a fresh and dynamic approach to the stuffy old world of wills, changing the way we talk about what happens when we die. But that's enough talk about death on a podcast introduction. It's time to pass you over to Peaking into Success host, Mr. Adam Kahn. Whose success are we peeking into this episode, Adam?
Want to know what's happening within Derby's black community? Or perhaps you have a story of your own to share? Then look no further than Majatu, your one-stop source for local African and Caribbean news. With our digital news platform and quarterly print magazine, keep up to date on all of the latest in arts, entertainment, food, sports, and more. Find us online at mojatu.com.
Hi Fionn, how are we today?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Nice to see you again, Adam, after the backstage up there. Was it Nottingham?
Oh yeah, it was Nottingham. Yeah, literally, after that day, I literally saw your T-shirt and I was like, it's mad, and I found out that literally, you can't buy it from anywhere. You got it off someone, I heard.
The Cavalli Scully one?
Yeah, holding the Carlin Stella.
Oh, Cavalli. Oh, yeah, Cavalli, yeah. So he can actually... I think my mate Luca Lagvalava of Georgian Footy on Twitter it was my idea, but I've graciously given it him to sell of his own volition. I think you could be able to buy that soon. I don't know if he's got it. You could be able to buy it off there, or if for special orders, contact me. I'll sort it out. Yeah.
Oh, sweet! Yeah, literally, I saw it that day and I was like, that's a mad T-shirt and it's unique. So I was like, I need to find out.
Carlin down Burton upon Trent to your ends, isn't it? So
it is my ends.
I'll get you one, mate. I'll get you one.
Oh no, sweet, thank you. We literally sidetracked so much, that's all cool. For people that don't know who you are, how would you sum yourself up in a nutshell?
So it's a good one for the ignoramuses out there. Musician. Vulture Authority is my band. We've been sort of going since I was 16, 18, under various different formations. Always the same name though. Oh. We did have one that was a very early version. Was Piss Soaked Nettles, which was an in-joke that wasn't that funny to anybody else. When I thought we were about 16, and then I thought probably having piss in the name is not a great idea. So I got rid of that. The musician to do that. I try and shout. Can't really sing, but I shout a lot. We get my mate Ash Palmer to do the heavy lifting on the singing. And John Hull as well, bassist. I won't forget him. And Chris McLaughlin, the man who presses play at gigs, on our backing tracks, and also on the Culture Ultras podcast at the Cultures Pod on all forms of social media. Which is football podcast with comedian James Allen. So we just talk shite about football essentially, and we'll have to have you on, Adam, to talk Derby.
Oh, 100%. I mean,
we'll have to have you
on. They're playing tonight, so I mean, unfortunately, at some points I've got a season ticket, but at the moment they're doing all right, so I can't really complain.
Right.
But I sit near all the families, so it's a bit of a
feud between Borough and Derby, isn't there, because of Gibson and Mel Morris and all that. But and two of my mates who are brothers are both Derby fans, so it's great to hate Derby. So but for you, Adam, I'll pretend I like them.
Oh, thank you.
Actually, a weird little aside, as I mentioned, Cavalli and the Georgian Footy before. Luca, despite being from Tbilisi, is a Derby fan, which is mental.
There you go. Does he go to any games or?
Well, no, he lives in Georgia, but I think it's his mate who lives over there who's from Derby. So I was like, I tried to indoctrinate him into Borough, and he said, "Sorry, I've already got an English team, so fucked." But
I mean, they're in League One. He could support a Championship club if he needed to.
No, I'll try. I'm still going to try and convince him, but I think I've lost the battle.
With you segued yourself onto it nicely. It was the first thing I was going to bring up. The podcast, how did that kind of come around? Because, of course, with you being a musician and stuff like that, you'd assume that you go down the music route, but why did you choose football?
Well, I started when I was 16. That's how I know Jamie Hutchinson. Now, people might know, if people who do know of me will know of me as being Jamie Hutchinson's mate, which is an albatross around my neck forever. Do love him, but, nice to get the resentment in there. Anyway. So me and Jamie met that's how I started doing stand-up. We started doing stand-up around the same time. And in fact, I'll never let Jamie live down that he is 7 years older than me, 6 years older than me. So we started doing stand-up at the same time. I was like 16. So we met doing that. So I've always sort of had that kind of element, but I realised that one, wasn't very good at stand-up, and two, didn't want to be going to, when I saw Jamie doing fucking, I'm going to Newcastle for 5 minutes unpaid. Yeah, that's not for me, that. I'm not doing that. And like shit little towns. I've got Ellesmere Port this weekend. You're alright, mate. Not to disparage Ellesmere Port, of course. So I've always sort of had that kind of element around. And then I met James about 2 years ago, I think, and then through comedy mates and that, and then bonded over football. And then it was our producer, Mr. Eugene, at Eugene H84 on every social media if you want to follow him as well. Giving you a lot of follow requests here, but
there you go.
That's the name of the game. I got me and Eugene got speaking, and he said, "Oh, I'd really like to do it. We should do a football podcast with you and James." Oh, that's a fucking good idea. So then we started doing that. So we've been going I think it's been going about 6 months. We're doing all right. We're getting a studio next year, so we're going to be a bit more professional.
There you go. Where's the studio going to be?
Well, we're not too sure yet. We're hoping Hot Water's new place. So getting there. Yeah. Hoping. Not too sure yet. Not sure if confirmed or anything. So I was thinking we may have a temporary one till it opens in February or whatever whenever it's going to open. So, but yeah, that's the plan for the new year. And that was that was sort of my Jake Humphrey high performance thing, because we had an idea of we had the gig we did on the 2nd of December, and my idea then was, right, I'm going to treat that as New Year. I'm talking like Gary Neville or something here, 6 hours in a day and all that shit. But I'll treat that as New Year, right? So that's how and I'll start preparations for the New Year on the 3rd of December, or the 4th of December, because I was too hungover on the 3rd. But still, yeah. That was so yeah, we're preparing in my head. So yeah, but yeah, that's it.
No, fair play. And I mean, the band, you're still releasing music, aren't you? And I mean, I've been listening to your music for a while. I mean, I kind of stumbled across a music video because one of my mates was like, it's got Jamie on, so so I went and was like, oh, what are these guys about? And then kind of I've seen you through. So I mean, I love the new track, Bet, Borrow and Steal, but for me, just Joy Keane just is something different. Honestly, like the first time I saw the music video, I was just like, it's just the picture you've got is like an Irish flag with just Roy Keane's face,
head on it.
And I was just like,
we need to make that flag. I need to get round to that. I've got so much fucking stuff I need to make. So there's money to do it.
And I mean, it's fitting in the background of when you have your studio, isn't it? Because it's football related as well.
There you go. Oh yes, I didn't think of that, Adam. See, this is what.
See, there you
brain
go.
trust.
I won't take any rights for that. You can have that for free.
We need PSP stickers and whack them up on.
Oh, I mean, I've never made anything, and I mean, that's a long way down the way.
We need stickers for you, at least. Stickers are dead easy. Any football ground you ever go to, anyway, you go on train, bang.
Oh, yeah, put them up.
It's just as high as possible. Like asked me mate, big Buddha Joe, who's like, so he's 6'9". I thought like, when I tried to put this big, I bought stickers for the band, that had up the borough on, as in the borough toilets. And I was like, I need to put this as high as possible. I'm 6'4", but I thought, I want someone to put this higher than I can reach. Yeah, Joe, whack that up with bang. That's never coming down.
Are all the band Borough fans, or is it just you?
Oh no, it's just me. So we've got Ash is Celtic fan.
Okay.
So Joy King works well, and John's a United fan, and Chris is a Celtic fan as well. And I'm I'm a bit of a plastic Celtic fan, just due to the fact of being Irish. It's like, I'm not asked when Celtic play Kilmarnock, but I can't turn into fucking Jerry Adams when it's against Rangers, you know.
I think everyone just has a team, even here, we go to the sports bar and Rangers and Celtic are on, and for some reason half of Derby is either Celtic or a Rangers fan overnight, so it is what it is everywhere, I think.
Yeah, in my experience of Derby, I would guess more 90% Rangers, but still.
Oh, no. It's got an Irish centre and everything, so they're all die-hard Celtic fans.
Hell.
So, yeah.
I apologise to my fellow countrymen of Derbyshire. Sorry.
My best friend, I call him part of the Irish Mafia, because there's just loads of them. There's loads of them, and you go in there on a Saturday night and it's wall-to-wall just full Irish people everywhere. So, I mean, yeah, strong Irish community here, so there you go.
Irish are the world champions of immigration. I once met a fella in Spain, a lad from Argentina who was called Brian Higgins, which fucking took my head off. For fuck's sake, we get everywhere.
It's like the Alexis McAllister thing, though, isn't it? As well as, of course, his name doesn't suit where he's from, so...
Right. It's funny as well that his brother's called Kevin, a la Home Alone. So,
I mean, really very fitting around Christmas, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. There you go. On topic, mate, on topic.
It is.
Right, guys.
With, of course, you explaining kind of what you do, and you've got your fingers in many pies, what's kind of your biggest achievement to date?
Oof, biggest achievement? That's a good question. I think just getting the album out, I think was just it's not really got accolades or whatever, but I think the thing is that's what I always remind myself when I start getting annoyed at myself for not doing it as everybody does, for not doing one thing or the other. I think just the act of getting it out was just because I think there's so many bands that amateur bands or whatever you want to call it that don't they've got the really good and whatever, but they never get stuff out. And it's only 12 songs, and it cost me everything, all the money that's saved during COVID not going out got spunked, and now I'm back in the overdraft. But and have been since it came out a year ago. But just the act of getting it out and not having kind of self-funded it and doing that, what I would say is just getting the act of finishing a project is as big as that is I would say is the biggest, because I can't think of anything else really either.
Do you think it's hard to be an independent artist nowadays, after COVID and kind of course everyone's struggling financially at the moment? Do you think it's harder for independent artists, or do you think people are kind of looking for that kind of new artist?
Next to impossible, and I think people I'm not a wealthy person by any means. I've got a shite fucking essentially minimum wage telesales job by day, but I'm still quite lucky in the fact that I've still got the means to do that within not fucking minted parents or whatever, but which is what you need basically at the minute to get anything out. But without massive sacrifice and spending all your money on it, like I have, then it's impossible really to try and get something done to a good standard unless you learn it all yourself, which I'm too stupid to do. But we've got we're very lucky as well that we got John in the band now, so he's very good at producing. And John Riley, of course, of the Glass Skies, very good band. My mate, who's done a bit of done some producing for us as well. So made sure so I've not had to pay for £300 a day in a studio every time. It's like fucking just even the act of like travelling and whatever to places you need to be is getting near impossible. Trains and car, whatever. So it's just like I think it's nigh on impossible. But if it's something you want to do, then it's like even make it happen because nobody make it happen by any means necessary, I suppose. If that means ploughing yourself into thousands of credit card debt and into the overdraft like I have, do it.
I mean, Jamie, when he does some more of his tour, do you think you could jump on there and kind of do a bit of a warm-up? As I know, of course, you go around with him and do his merch for him. Is that something kind of you could potentially do with him and kind of get the band's name out there a bit more?
Oh well, I've forced him to put us on the playlists and stuff. So that's one element. But I don't stand-up wise. I know I'm not. One, not good enough to do it, and two, don't have the passion to get better at it as Jamie does. And as Jamie hasn't done, and everybody else I know who does stand-up and whatever. It's the hard. Stand-up is like. At the same time, I have the utmost respect for them and feel genuinely sorry for them. Because it's the hardest art form, definitely to be good at. By miles, the hardest artistic pursuit you can pursue. However, I do also feel sorry for mates I know when they're going, oh yeah, I'm going to fucking Burslem tonight. Oof. Don't think so for me, thank you. That's a good thing with music. You don't have to do major cities. At a push, you have to do like, I don't know, Coventry.
No,
major cities only.
No, that's fair enough. And I mean, for the band and for you individually, with of course the podcast and stuff, what's kind of coming up for both of them over like the Christmas period as well as going into 2024?
Well, it's not been announced yet, but I'll announce it here. There you go. A world exclusive.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. 26th of Jan, we are on the shipping forecast in Liverpool. Don't know, as it's not been totally confirmed yet, I don't know where the tickets are or what's happening. But yeah, follow us at VA_HQ on Vulture Authority on Instagram, all that stuff, and we'll tell you. But yeah, 26th of Jan on the shipping forecast in Liverpool, and then we've got 2 studio days that we've all chipped in for, and they're all going to be very, very broken by £300 a day. But very good though, worth your money. Andy Ross, A-Star Studios, if you're in the Manchester area, by the way. So we've got 2 studio days there. We're hoping in the summer to have a 24-track album out, which is ambitious. We've got like 8 of them done. So that's in the summer. So we've got them 2 studio days in January. I'm just hoping I don't get a cold so I can shout properly in the in-between. And then we've got in the new year, we've got 3 videos the first 3 weeks. We've got Skint's music video out. Tbilisi music video, first, in time for Orthodox Christmas for Georgia, you know. Then we've got, what's it next? Skint, there we go, I've said it before, 12th of Jan. And we've got 19th of Jan, the Bet Borrow Steal video. So there we go. And then the gig the 26th. So the first 4 Fridays of Jan, we're busy. Yeah.
I mean, at least you're always kind of staying relevant with the music. Do you know what I mean? Is you're always releasing stuff, and I mean, a 24-track album. A lot of independent artists don't kind of go down that route, if that makes sense. They kind of just go. They just go,
singles, yeah.
Yeah, singles or EPs.
But I've been sort of writing stuff for 10 years basically. So I've got a lot of fucking build-up of decent things. But like, I've got this one. I've got 23 of the 24 finished. One of them's going to be. One of them, the plan is to be like this. It was planning to be like a Jesus of Suburbia one, like 10 minutes long.
No.
I think I've written too much in it, and it's more like going to be like 18 minutes. But fuck it. It's going out. So yeah, but like, it's just like there's a load of build-up of stuff really. That I wanted to get done, and because of the way we're doing it now, we managed to get like in the studio. The first time we did it, got like maybe one a day done, which cost fucking loads. But we got I think we got 2 a day ish done. So it cost like $2,000 the album, which was fucking painful. But this time, because I've prepared, I know I don't have that money to spend again. The way we've done it is sort of trying to get into the studio where it's like all basically done. It just give it a nice tarting up in the thing. So we got 5 in one day done last time. So
Jeez.
I know. So it'll be double the length of the first one, but half the price. I'm hoping. I'm hoping.
Do you do kind of vinyls and stuff like that? I don't know, like some independent bands do that, or is it?
I think we need to. Yeah, because there's a great independent band from Borough as well, Benefits, who do all that kind of stuff. They got great T-shirts as well. I need to invest in one. I've not bought. I was going to buy myself one for Christmas, but I've not got around to it yet. Yeah, so I think there's that's why I think a reason Jamie was doing merchandise as well, because like especially with not just the way things are, like everybody takes a cut of something, don't they? So it's like merchandise is how, you know, artists and whatever people's like survive really. And it annoys me when people balk at it paying like £5 for something when it's like, yeah, but this is how you survive. This is how you make an actual living where you don't have to do another job in the modern day because of 40 years of Thatcherism. But yeah, that's fine.
No, fair enough. And I mean, I'm now gonna. I knew deep down you were a Middlesbrough fan, so you mentioned it of your own accord. So I kind of got a couple of trivia questions to kind of ask you.
I thoroughly embarrassed myself there.
I don't think so. I mean, a lot of them kind of I knew the answer, but that's because like there was some Derby relation to it. But like some of them I had no clue. But I've learned by researching for this. So the first one, I mean, I don't even know how old you are, so I don't know if you'll remember.
I'm 26 despite my airline, so nearly 27 in March.
So, okay, right. So I don't know if you'll remember this, but do you remember the 2004 League Cup final?
Do I?
Okay.
Yeah, that was the first. It's the first proper season I remember of football. And like within that time, Borough won a trophy and qualified for Europe. I thought, this is the rest of my life. This is sound. And it fucking wasn't.
Can you remember who scored the winning goal that day?
I do. It was Bolo Zenden. Joseph Desiree Job scored the first, and Mark, I can't remember, was it Joe Kayev scored for Bolton? Can't remember, but Mark Schwarzer threw it in, basically.
You smashed it.
There you go.
Do you know who the all-time top goal scorer is for Borough?
It's George Camsell, 1928.
You see? And you're worried about this. Do you know what the highest transfer fee is for a Borough player?
Afonso Alves. Must be.
Is
it Afonso?
It's someone that went to Forest, if that...
British Malonga.
There
we go. Sorry, I forgot. I've blocked British Malonga's transfer fee out of my memory. 15 million fucking quid.
Do you know how many points Middlesbrough got in the 15-16 season?
Oof. I know we got 32 when we went down in 2009. Maybe 28.
Sure.
More than that. I'll go for 12. I think it was a bit more. 15, 16, 33. I got 33 instead.
89.
I thought, 50. Oh, when we went up. Oh, I was thinking that was Premier League season. Sorry.
No, it's all right.
Probably would have got them.
Do you know who the shirt sponsor was for Borough in 08-09?
Yes, it's on the edge of 888 or Garmin. It's on the edge.
Garmin's the right answer.
Garmin, there we go.
And
I can't remember how long we had 888 from. I think it was maybe till, well, funnily enough, 2008.
There you go. Do you know which manager signed Gareth Southgate?
Oof. Robson?
McLaren.
Yeah.
And do you know, just to finish up, do you know who has made the most appearances for Borough?
Oof. I should know that. It's going to be Tony Mowbray?
No. Do you want one more guess?
I'm gonna get fucking lambasted for this now. Most appearances for Borough. No. Terrific. No, go on. I'm gonna hate myself.
Tim Williamson. I've never heard of him. Tim Williamson. I've never heard of him.
Is he like 1930s or something?
Probably. I don't have a clue who this guy is.
No,
so
I've never heard of him. I'll get away with that one.
There you go. I just thought I'd ask you some random questions as I knew secretly you were a fan.
There's no finer way gentlemen can spend an evening than football questions.
There you go. I mean, I always get like random packs of trivia questions every Christmas without fail. Loads of football ones, and I mean, I'm just curious, but I never remember any of the information.
It's a great kind of mum present, that, isn't it? £3 sports questions from Morrison's. Yeah, redo them.
Just think I'm going to sit in the corner all Christmas and go through them,
and I will.
I'm going to kind of go into a more deeper bit with the questions for a couple. Is there any advice that you'd give to your younger self?
Oof. Not to piss as much, not to piss it up the wall quite as much as I did, probably. But yeah, I think it's a good one. I don't know. I think patience, probably. I would say, because I was always very impatient to get stuff done and be somewhere and whatever, and chill out a bit as well. Because I used to be a right dickhead with a sort of. I remember, as an example, I remember getting thrown out of theology and philosophy class in college because I was a hardcore Ricky Gervais atheist at the time. Not anymore. And I was just that's one of my most. Oh yeah, you were a dickhead then, weren't you? Yeah, I was. So yeah, probably that. To be fair, calm down, chill out, and fucking be a bit more patient, and fucking things will be alright.
That's fair.
Tutto passa, everything passes, all passes. You know.
And is there anything that, I think you've kind of answered it, but is there anything else that you'd do differently if you could go back to your younger self?
I think there's a lot of things where I sort of, where you hit a bit of a crossroads and you think, I think luckily I've always sort of made the right decision because I didn't go to university. I got in and everything, but I remember, as I said about pissing it up the wall, I would have blown fucking at least $3,000 in the first term, and I'd have blown that and ended up dropping out and being in load of debt. So I'm very glad I didn't do that. I'm in a load of debt now, but it's a bit different. I think every time I've done something like that where it's chose not to go to uni was a good decision in the end.
It's not. It's not for everyone though, is it? That's it.
No.
And people need to realise that because, of course, more and more people just go for the experience now.
Yeah, because people don't know. People don't know a lot. You're very lucky if you're fucking 16 or whatever, or 18, or if you're 18 and you know what you want to do with your life and you actually stick to it. I don't think I think you don't really. you don't really like. It's one of them cliche things that when a bit older people tell you where you're a fucking idiot essentially when you're 18 to 25 or whatever. And not that you're not an idiot now. I'm still an idiot, but like you don't realise how true it is. You look back and go, oh yeah, that was fucking stupid. That was that person was correct and I was wrong. Yeah, I think it takes time with learning and stuff, doesn't it? But I think the best outlook to have is just to fucking chill out. I'll be alright, probably, depending on situation. Might not be, well, probably will be. Unless it's absolute fucking extremities, then you'd be alright. But yeah, chill out. Keep going and just fucking take things. Patience is the way, I would say. Because I think that's patience is a lesson hard learned. I think.
I've got some quick fire questions for you now.
Oh, go on, mate. Go on.
You should be able to answer them. I don't have any doubt. So the first one is, of course, you create your own music. But how would, if someone came up to you and said, sum yourself up in a song, what song would you choose? So you can choose one of your own, or you can choose completely anything else that you want to choose that sums you up and your personality up.
Oh, I'll go for two. Go for one of my own. Jesus for Suburbia, Green Day. Basically, it's 10 minutes long, so you've got, as I said before, you've got a lot of you can find yourself within that. Yeah. Jesus is Suburbia, and let me think. I'd probably bet Borrow Steel probably sums up my personality the most out of that. So
no. And then if you're in the pub and your mates made you get up and do a karaoke song, what would you sing?
Oh, that's an hard one. Do I get? I'll tell you what. I'll go avant-garde. I'll go for Shakira. Hips don't lie, because Shakira's fucking class. No, what a bad word said.
You know what? You made my day with that
PK
answer.
Is a foolish man.
you made my day with that answer, because I always say waka waka from the 2010
Wherever, whenever as well. Classic.
You see, so we can't go wrong. I did Waka Waka in Amsterdam, and everyone looked at me like I was some kind of psychopath as I tried to do the Swahili bit near the end. Butchered it, but I mean, it got everyone's attention. So I mean, that's kind of.
I'm not going to do it now, but I do know all the Wyclef Jean bits for hips don't lie. So.
There you go.
Refugees run the seas because we own our own boats. Come on.
There you go. I mean, that's a hidden talent of yours, knowing that Wyclef Jean part. Is I don't have a clue what he says really.
Oh yeah, you come to me for Wyclef Jean lyrics, don't we?
We'll do a duet someime.
We will. It's Derby's finest Weatherspoons at 12 and fucking 11 at night.
I mean, we've got 2, 3 to choose from, so I mean, you can't.
There's only 3. I don't believe that. There's more like there's got to be about 17. I'm trying to think of how many spoons there are in town. Manchester. There must be at least 10.
I mean, yeah, we're smaller,
and that's city centre as well.
we don't have any out of the city centre for some reason. They're all in the city centre, and that's it.
Oh, cool. That's my spoons. The Derby Weatherspoons. Looking shocking.
If you could pick a dream venue to play at, where would you play?
2 answers. Glastonbury headliner and Riverside Stadium. So have them.
Fair play. And
they do gigs at Riverside now because they had Arctic Monkeys on. So
did they?
There we go. Yeah, they had Arctic Monkeys on last summer.
At Derby at Pride Park, I've never seen them put on a gig or anything. They never do anything.
Yeah,
like
you think it's because it's quite like the same for like Nottingham as well, because you think that it's quite a poorly covered area of the country for gigs, isn't it? Really?
Well, I mean, like smaller venues, amazing.
Oh yeah, it's not.
Smaller venues, amazing, but in terms of like arenas and stuff like that, well,
I think people think they'll just come to Birmingham, won't they? Yeah.
True, very true.
Yeah.
Well, that's what me and my mate had to do to see Jamie. We had to go to Birmingham. And
Of course, yeah.
And then, of course, Nottingham as well. So, I mean, yeah, we've got to always go out the way. Nothing really comes our way.
We'll do Pride Park. Do Pride Park in a Boris shirt, just to piss everyone off.
I mean, it's better than wearing the Forest shirt. So, I mean,
I'm not risking death. I'll risk annoyance, but I won't risk death.
Oh no, wise choice. If you could choose 2 support acts for your dream gig, who are you choosing?
I have to go Green Day. Obviously, that's bad. That's ambitious. Nice. Green Day and a Bosnian ska punk band who I've met. Very nice lads. Dubiosa Collective. They're my 2 favourite bands, I would say. So them 2. We'll go for them 2.
Fair enough. I mean,
if you don't know Dubiosa Collective, get to know. Well, if you like Madness, they're a bit like Madness, but Bosnian and better, much better.
I'll check them out after this.
I'll send you some starter packs, right? Yeah, some intro material before you get into the full songs that are in Bosnian. Some of them are in English, some are in Bosnian. So.
Perfect. No, I'll appreciate that. I mean, when I'm at work, I just like to listen to music in the background. So, no, 100%.
I'll get you onto them, don't we?
Have you seen that Green Day doing that American Idiot kind of anniversary thing tour?
Oh yeah, I've got tickets to it, mate. Yeah.
Have you got tickets to it?
Yeah.
See.
Managed to fluke them. In June 21st. But what I realised as well, it's on during the Euros. So anytime there's the Euros on or the World Cup, like I just block out the month and go, I'm doing fuck all for this month. Go away. I want to watch South Korea versus Sweden. I'm going anywhere. But so for that, whatever game's on there, well, I'll miss. But every single time a World Cup or Euros, and there's always one game I end up missing, and every time it's the game of the tournament. Spain, Portugal, 3-3. What was the other one? What was the other one I missed? I think that when Netherlands came back from,
Oh, the Veghorst one.
Scoreline it was, yeah. Missed that one. So every single game, every time, there's always one. It's usually only one I miss as well, and it's always the game of the tournament. Even if it's like fucking Cameroon versus Japan, ends up being the fucking game.
The best thing to do, what I do anyway, is put a little bet on each game, and then you have to be invested in it.
Oh no! Oh, well, don't need to tell me about betting on it, game, mate. That's well into. I'm well ahead of you there.
But no, I mean, I'm buzzing for the Euros already, and I mean, there's a vintage shop.
My favourite bet of the World Cup, of which I didn't do very well in, was remember when Wales played Iran? I had my FM17 right back, Ramin Rezayan. I had him I knew he takes free kicks. I knew he takes penalties. So I had him goal and card. It was fucked. 94th minute, Rezayan, yellow card. 90 plus 11, Rezayan, chip. Fucking get him.
that is a good bet.
Ramin Rezayan, fucking come on.
I mean,
you'll do for me, son.
I mean, you can't complain, can you, with bets like that?
You cannot, mate, you cannot. Greatest right back in world football.
All thanks to Football Manager.
Al Hail in Qatar or whatever.
As a final kind of question to you, is if you could show someone, they came up to you and said, show me your kind of gem or your like safe place where you'd go kind of to be on your own, or where you go with kind of your family and friends, where would you take them?
Ooh, that's a very good question. I don't know, to be honest. That's a really good one. The best I'll go for, because I've done a bit of travelling, I'll go for the best, the kind of like place that took my head off, like, in a good way. There's a place in Georgia called Kazbegi. It's like this fucking thing up on that. It's like this big monastery at the top of a mountain, and it's fucking unreal. It's like you're going up it and you don't see anything. It's all like windy roads, and then you just see it go, fucking hell, that's beautiful. So I'll say there. So, yeah. There's the most like, oof, that's fucking nice, that is. So yeah, I'll go for that, yeah.
No, legend. I mean, just before we wrap up, do you want to plug everywhere people can find you, everything? Maybe, of course, the gig again, even though you don't know where they can buy tickets, everything.
I'll get the adapter out, get the plug in. So yeah, Vulture Authority on everything bar Twitter, at Vulture Authority on everything bar Twitter, which is because for some reason you can't have 15 letters in a username. Twats. At Vulture VA_HQ on Twitter. Fionn Viteza FIONN VITEZA on Twitter and Instagram. At the Cultures Pod on everything. At this, which is spelled at the C Ultras Pod. Yeah, that's and gig 26th of January. Search for Vulture Authority on Spotify, Apple Music, all that kind of stuff. Like Vulture, like the bird, Authority, like what's written on your bins. And I also I'll dig this out, mate. I prepared the one bit of preparation I did because I never prepare for anything. Is my favourite one of the political heroes, Pepe Mujica, ex-president of Uruguay, did 12 years in solitary for being a communist guerrilla. Where's my quote gone? There we go. So, yeah, I thought this is... because on all the other podcasts I've ever done, you can't... I've no opportunity to get as much communist propaganda or be as serious as I'm about to be. So it's like, yeah, because obviously it's the... Big Pepe Mujica's there's 2 films, right, you can watch on Netflix, and there's one that's a documentary, El Pepe Una Suprema Vida, which is a supreme life, and A 12-Year Night, which is one of the... It was my second favourite film after In Bruges. So succeeding in life is not winning. Succeeding in life is getting up and starting over every time you fall, which I think is very good.
There you go, and I mean... it fits in nicely with the podcast, doesn't it? It says,
exactly.
Don't give up.
Tailor-made, mate. Tailor-made.
There you go. Thank you for coming on and kind of going through everything. And hopefully...
Thank you very much for having me, Adam. It's been lovely to talk to a scholar such as yourself, instead of the fucking idiots I usually have to deal with.
And I mean, hopefully I'll see you not outside the merch stand or backstage of anywhere.
No, hopefully do as well. We'll have it. It was great to see you then, and I hope to see you very soon as well.
No, definitely.
Somewhere, wherever we end up in the world.
Definitely. Thank you, mate.
Oh yeah, I'm making you come on the podcast Talk Derby when we're in the studio, mate. That's happening.
100%. I'll come up and do that.
Lovely stuff, mate. Lovely stuff.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Peeking Into Success podcast. If you've enjoyed what you've listened to today and would like to listen to more, go and check out the previous episodes on our channels and make sure you follow the page as well to keep up to date with the new exciting episodes that we've got upcoming for the rest of the year.